my Mim, as it were.
Yes.
She was a Métis, apparently. It's a bit of an enigma. There's not much in the way of family record, but they suppose she was like part, you know, native Canadian Indian and half French, and they spoke French in their home almost exclusively. So my grandfather, you know, he even spoke French to my father when he was a little kid. But that sort of, you know, living in that part of Canada, you know, it's really funny. You see a lot of street names and place names in that part of Canada, like River Canard. That's how they say it, River Canard. They don't say Duck River, they say the French name, or Langlois Street.
Instead of Langlois.
Yeah, Langlois. I mean, it's just part of the, you know, development of the history of that area. Detroit, they call it Detroit. That's a French word, but they call it Detroit still.
And so all of a sudden, after all these years, you decided you want to get back in touch with your Francophone roots. Why now?
Well, it's relevant to me now. You know, I mean, it's relevant like, because I'm actually performing in front of people who speak French. Like when I play in the United States, I never encounter anything like that, you know, because I speak English and I can talk to my audience in between. When we tour in Quebec, I try to at least find some things, introduce songs in French. And like I said, we translated this Ouvres Toi, Bebe into French. And then our next record, we'll probably do the same thing, translate a couple of songs and get them ready for release in Quebec, because that's, you know, that's part of our country, and I have something to say to those people.
But as somebody
even if it's just a silly little song, you know.
No, but it's cool. I think it's really cool, and I think a lot more Canadian bands, English-speaking Canadian bands, should try to tap into that market. That it's a nice initiative on your part, but it must have been difficult for somebody who does not speak French to record a song in French and then go out there and sing it night after night in front of people who actually understand the lyrics more than you do.
I had pretty good coaching, but it started out just asking people everywhere I went. I was like, well, how do you pronounce this? Or how do you know, translate this for me? What's the meaning of this? Does this even make any sense in French? Things like that. You know, to try and just, you know, gain some ground with it. I mean, even if it's just, like I said, introducing a song or introducing the guys in the band and what instrument they play, it's a start, and it's really weird, man. I got a lot of negative flack for it from, you know, like, irrelevant sources, but just like from other, you know, English-speaking sources saying, well, don't you think people will be a bit miffed because you're not French and you're speaking French? I was like, well, what? I didn't think so, and no one I asked in Quebec or New Brunswick thought so, or anywhere else for that matter. You know, no one else thought so. They appreciated it, and I saw the response instantly.
Exactly.
So that just gave me the inspiration to just go, okay, well, I'm going to stick with this. I don't care what anybody else says about it. You know, I had to convince my record company at, you know, long, lengthy discussion to get them to back this thing, and when they finally saw some response to it, you know.
And now what is it, number 7 on the charts in Quebec?
Something like that, yeah, I just heard that.
That's amazing. That's fantastic. Well, we want to hear you perform. Do you want to get ready? Do you want to perform this for us?
Yeah, I'd love to.
Okay, go ahead, go meet the band. And as for you at home, we want you to participate in this as well, because this is something that does not happen every day. Big Sugar qui chante en français, they're preparing a website, and they're also preparing a newsletter, and they're going to need your help. I'll give you more details right after this with Big Sugar performing. The troisième album have already sold 110,000 copies. I have a feeling they're going to sell a heck of a lot more, especially quand ils chantent en français. Here's Ouvres Toi, Bebe, and Big Sugar on French Kiss. Fantastic. That was amazing. Thank you so much, guys. Wow. Okay, I actually understood 60% of the lyrics, which is not bad.
60%. All right. Okay.
Now, okay, you got to tell me the truth.
With a harmonica in my mouth. Come on.
That's not bad. But what about the cue card thing? Because I noticed you kind of peek into the side for the cue cards.
Because we don't get to sing it like that every night, you know. I sing in English so many nights in a row, and the storyline doesn't quite go exactly in the same order.
Blame the translator.
Well, no. I had a good translator. But, you know, I just get my brain, rather than just trying to translate from English to French, try to think French and sing it in French.
Right.
You know, try to, like, you know, convey the meaning of it in French instead of just thinking of what the English lyric is and then just mouthing the words in French. You know, I'm trying to.
And do you have cue cards when you're performing up on stage?
No, I don't. But again, because when we're out on tour, I mean, we play 10, 12, 15 nights in a row, go out for 3 and 4 weeks. You know, you do it every night, and it's there. And then you do it in English every night for 4 months. And then, you know, pretty girl like you says, why don't you come on my show and sing in French? Well, then I gotta.
Well, you initiated this. This is your fault. And you got everybody involved in this whole French quest here. Were you guys excited about it? Were you a little nervous about it? It was great? You're comfortable with it? Quick translation? Yeah, very quick translation, but it kind of gets the idea across. You're talking about Open Up Baby. It's a love song, you know. We understand that.
It's actually a song of begging forgiveness is what it is.
Oh, is it?
Je lui demande pardon.
Je lui demande pardon. I'm asking for forgiveness.
That's right.
That's right.
I figured that one out on my own. So.
Well, I want to know a little bit more about the next album, because I know that now that you've started something that's doing so well in the charts in Quebec, that you're thinking about putting a French song on the next album. And is that for sure? Is that a maybe? Is that a...
Well, we don't even have I mean, we have maybe 13 or 14 songs in the can now. It's a little bit early yet. I mean, it won't be ready for release till May or June.
Right.
You know, knock on wood. It'll be up to the record company which songs they pick as singles. And like I found with Hemivision, every song just did not translate to another language. Right. Like digging a hole just doesn't mean the same. You know, in French there's just no parallel translation. So trying to find the song. And once they get down to what are the singles going to be, and you know what song best suits the translation, then we'll figure it out from there. But I'm game to do it. I had a ball doing it this time.
Well, I was talking to Jeff Ireland, who's of course takes care of you, and he was telling me that we're going to get to see some French on the website. We're going to get to see some French in the newsletter, but that you need some help.
Yeah, I definitely need some help. Yeah, well, because I want to know what do people want to know. You know, it's kind of the same. I don't really care what language you speak. You know, if you can only speak Italian, like write to me in Italian. I will get it translated. I will get it figured out. I don't care what language you speak. Send it on, because music is communication. You know, we're in a communication industry. You know, that's what our medium is about. You know, so bring it on. All
right, guys. Well, listen up. If you have an inspiration, you like Big Sugar, you've been into them for a while, you speak French, you want to get onto their website and help out with the francophone side, il faut que vous soyez complètement bilingue, bien sûr. Well, write us. here at French Kiss, and I'll try to deliver you through to Gordie and Big Sugar to make sure that the message gets across and that you get all the help that you need there to help you in your French quest. Well, listen up, guys. We've got to take a short break. Thank you so much, all of you, for stopping by. And merci, mon ami. J'apprécie. Salut.